Hi everyone and welcome back to the Clay channel. It is time to do another how many crystal dragons can I make in one day. I haven't done one of these videos in so long and I asked you guys if you'd like to see another one and so many of you said yeah, you love those videos. I couldn't believe the response. So that's exactly what we're doing today. If anyone's new here, my name's Jessie. I run my small business Clay. My best sellers are my crystal dragons that sculpt out of polymer clay on top of real crystals and gemstones. Made this one in the last video. And these two are here as well from the video before. I did 4 dragons each inspired by one of the 4 elements. And I'm currently working on my next crystal dragon drop, but basically I'm working on making some crystal creatures too. So in the last video I made this little owl. We've also got a mouse and a cow. And last night on my members only live, we made this adorable carnelian fox. I think it looks so cozy and cute. I absolutely love that one. So yeah, the short story is with my next few drops, I'm gonna sprinkle in a few crystal creatures / animals because I know people do want to see other crystal creatures, whereas I've only really been doing crystal dragons. So as I'm doing these crystal dragon drops, I'm also doing a few different creatures here and there so that in the future I'll be able to do an entire drop just of crystal creatures when I'm more confident with making all different kinds of animals. We're working from this crystal box today. This is a mystery box. I've already used some of the crystals in the last video and also for that fox that I made last night on the live, but we've still got some to go through, so let's have a look what we've got left. We've got some really cool pieces in here still. I'm most excited about this purple one at the back. I think it's so pretty. So that is the plan today. Get ready for the next job. Make as many crystal dragons / creatures as I possibly can. I have been leaning towards making more detailed ones lately, which obviously take a little bit longer than the simpler ones. So I might not make as many today as I did in previous how many can I make in a day videos. Plus I might make a couple of creatures and it'll probably be creatures I've never made before. So obviously that'll take a little bit of time, but I'm just giving myself all day today to make as many crystal things as we possibly can to be ready for the next drop. Because I love a challenge and apparently you guys love seeing me do this challenge too. So enough yapping, I made myself a smoothie to get ready for today. I've got all of my clay here ready and we should probably get started. Ever since I first opened this box, I've just been looking at this one. So I think I'm gonna have to go with this one first. And I don't know about you, but all I can see with this crystal is a dragon. It just looks so magical. I have to do a dragon on this one. I think I'm gonna try and go all out like purple. It's also kind of like iridescent, which is really cool. So I am very excited about this one. Let's get started on the first creature. Also, please ignore how my nails look. I tried to take the nail polish off this morning and I don't know what it was made of. It will not come off, so they look a bit weird, but just ignore that. I decided to play around with the wing shapes a little bit and I think I've come up with something pretty cool. I made this, which is more of like a fairy wing kind of shape compared to what the usual dragon wings would be. This is kind of what it's gonna look like on the dragon. I just wanted to experiment with different like features that the different dragons could have, and I think these bigger like fairy wings could look quite cool, so I'm gonna play around with them and hopefully I can get them to look cool. I've just finished the first dragon of the day. Like I said, this is my first time doing a different style of wings, but I wanted this one to be like really extra and big and sparkly. So I thought it was the perfect one to try this wing style on. That was so scary. Luckily it landed the right way and it survived. Yeah, I'm gonna get him on a tray before I drop him again, but I'm really happy with this one. When it comes out the oven, I'll definitely be adding purple gems like on its head as well. I think that'll be really cute. The next crystal I'm going to go for is this gorgeous fluorite tower, and I think I'm going to do a dragon on this one as well. It's going to have to be quite small though because the tower is so thin and I don't want the weight of the dragon to tip it over or anything, so I'm going to have to make a really small one, and I don't know what colours I'm going to do it yet. Maybe green and purple to match the crystal. Look how pretty the crystal is. It's my favourite one in the box, definitely. I've just finished the second dragon and this is what it looks like. I did the same like fairy kind of wings again because I wanted some purple and green involved, and I think it's just easier to do two colours with these kind of wings, so I really like how this one came out. Both of these ones should change colour a little bit because I use translucent clay. I'm going to get him on the tray and then I will probably go and make myself some dinner and put my camera on charge for a little bit because it's about to die. These are taking longer than my average dragons though, because obviously I'm experimenting with different stuff with the wings and stuff. So like I said, don't know how many we're going to get through today, but we'll try our best. And I will be back once I've had some dinner. Okay, I've just had dinner, the camera's charged, I've got my creative fuel, which is obviously coffee, which I'm pretty sure I use the milk frother too much, and now 90% of this is just foam. But anyway, on to the next dragon, and I think for this one I'm going to stick with the towers and go for this really nice moss agate tower. I'm going to mix a tiny bit of green into some translucent clay, and then we'll do a more simple greeny dragon, and I'll probably add gems on after, I don't know. I've finished the third dragon. I went for like a green and gold thing, and this is how it came out. Again, it will change colour after the oven, but I really like these colours that we went for, so I'm going to get this on the tray. These are the three that we've got so far. We do have like a green and purple theme going on, so I'm probably going to pick something that's a different colour now. I just don't know what to go for. I think next we need a simpler, smaller dragon, so I think I'm going to go for this crystal, which I'm pretty sure is Caribbean calcite. I have a piece of this that I bought for myself because it's one of my favourite crystals ever, but I've never made a dragon with it. It literally looks like a beach. It's so pretty. So I think for this one, I'm going to try and do a really small, tiny blue dragon on top and try and match the really cute baby blue colour for a nice little simple one in between these more complicated dragons. I've finished sculpting this tiny dragon and this is what it's looking like, but I think I'm gonna add a tiny bit of the brown colour onto like the tips of the wings and the horns and stuff, just because I feel like that'll bring it all together. So let's do that now and then we'll get him on the tray. I am going to go for this crystal next. This is like a really sparkly piece of quartz, and there's a lot of different ways I can stand it up. Like it stands like this, or obviously it lays flat as well, but I think I'm going to lay it flat and do two small like baby dragons on it, because I like to have like a pair of dragons in each drop, and this is probably the crystal that's going to fit that the best. So far we've made no crystal creatures. I am still planning on doing some, I just don't know which ones yet. It's now 2 o'clock, so we'll see how much longer we can keep going for. But let's make this little dragon pair. I've just finished this little quartz pair. I think they're really cute. I kept them really simple and white with this metallic pearl shade, and I'm thinking I'll also put tiny little pearl sequins on them as well after they're cooked. I know I said that we've already got quite a lot of green, but I think I am going to do something green next. If you watched my last video, you will have seen me make this tiny little crystal owl, and it's like a dark blue, and then I painted some white little stars on it. But in this mystery box, I got this green adventuring cube as well, which is pretty much the same size. So I'm thinking of doing a green crystal owl on this. So I'm going to go for exactly the same kind of thing, just green instead. But I think instead of painting stars on it after it comes out the oven, I'm going to mix in some gold leaf into the green just to give it a bit more like texture, I guess. I have just finished the little owl and I think it's so cute. I went for green and gold and I absolutely love making owls now. This is my second one, but I think crystal owls are definitely going to be a thing that sticks around. So I'll put him with the rest. We've still got very much a green theme going on with today's dragons. But honestly, I think I'm probably going to stop sculpting now. It's about to turn 3 o'clock. I've been doing this since about 11. So we've made all of this in about 4 hours. Usually I would make a lot more than this, but a few of them are more detailed. So they took me quite a bit longer than the dragons used to when I did these kind of videos. And I think I went until like really late. But honestly, I don't think that that's a good idea. My eyes are starting to hurt now. And also my back from being sat at this desk for 4 hours straight. So I think what we're gonna do, because it's a really nice day today and the sun's out, I'm gonna get these in the oven now. Then when they come out, we'll have to glaze them, get the gems on and everything, which I'm really excited to see what they look like when they come out the oven. We'll finish them up and then hopefully we can go and take pictures of them outside while the sun's still out. Also, I have other stuff that I want to get done today as well that I won't have time to do tomorrow. Like I want to start reading my next book because I just finished my other one yesterday. And like I said, I want to get pictures of these and everything done today before the sun goes down. So I want to get them in the oven now so that we can fully get it all finished. I would keep going, but like I said, I don't have a great back and my eyes are starting to hurt now from looking at these for so long. So I'd rather have detailed ones that I really like rather than just making as many as I can and then the last ones ending up not being as good as I could have done them. So the other things that are in this box, which to be honest, there isn't that many, there's probably 4 or 5. I'll be doing another day and probably filming that as well. So, you know, extra content for you guys anyway. Let's get these in the oven. This is what they're looking like straight after the oven. They're still too hot to put the gems on yet, but I love them. I think this purple one is so cool. Here's the little mushroom one. It's pretty much the exact same blue as the crystal, which I like. These 2 little sparkly white ones. This purple and green one I think is adorable. This green and gold one and this green and gold owl, which is super sparkly. So now I'm just waiting for them to cool down, and then once they've done that we can put the sequins on, then we can glaze them, and then we can go and take pictures of them outside in the sun. I am being so careful right now not to drop these, but this is all the dragons finished. I love them. That guy was nearly falling over that whole time, but there we go. The sun is still out, so I'm gonna catch the last little bit of it while it's really bright outside and take the photos, and obviously I'll take some videos for you guys as well. I'm just gonna have to be careful taking them in and outside because I don't want to drop any of them. Let's go! They look so pretty in the sun. Okay, I've just got back in and luckily the sun looked really nice for the pictures and I love these dragons. I guess this is kind of like a mini announcement, but I'm going to be doing different species of crystal dragons. I've been doing very similar crystal dragons for a long time, like since I started them, but in my last drop that I did inspired by the 4 elements, I did a water dragon. I will put in like a picture or a video of it somewhere, and I love that one so much. It's probably my favourite dragon I've ever made, and it had like fins going down its back and it also had a tail fin and there was more detail in the wings, and those are all features that I'm going to use on specific dragons, and those will be water dragons. Obviously still crystal dragons, but like a variant of crystal dragons that's the water dragon species, which I think is so cool. But then these guys with this different type of wing to what the usual crystal dragon wing is, I'm gonna have these as their own species as well, called fairy dragons, because they've got little like fairy wings. I just think that's so cute, and having like different species of my dragons is something that I've thought about doing for a while but never really known what like features to do. So we've now got water dragons and fairy dragons, which I'm so excited about. I will be making at least one water dragon to go in with this drop as well. Let's look at everything we've got ready for this drop so far actually. I know that the lighting isn't the best over here, but this is everything that I've made so far for the next drop. I'd say it's a good mix of animals and dragons, and obviously those 2 new kinds of dragons at the back. And I'm very happy with what we've got so far. These ones are stuff that's still on the shop that didn't sell from the last drops. I especially love this pair and the sparkly one at the back. I think they're adorable. I'm aiming for next weekend for this drop to come out, but that will also be around the time this video comes out, which is a bit confusing because I'll probably also film making the rest of the stuff for this drop for the next video, and then obviously the drop will have been a few weeks in the past. It's all confusing timelines and stuff, but I just want to film like everything that I do for you guys because I know you like watching crystal dragons especially. But if you want to keep up to date with the drop and everything like that and all of my future drops, I'm always updating you on my YouTube community posts when the drops are actually going to be, and my Instagram stories. My Instagram stories is probably the place that I update the most. And make sure you sign up for our emails on the Kinsclay website if you haven't already, because that actually like sends you an email when the drop comes out, so you can be one of the first people on there because they usually go pretty fast. I am going to leave this video here though. It's about 5 o'clock now nearly, so I'm probably going to do some more reading and some shop stuff, and I'll probably see you next video to finish up the rest of the drop with these last few crystals that we've got in here. So thank you so much for watching. Check out our members if you want to see these being made live and stuff. We do that every single week, which is really fun. And like I said, make sure you're following me on everything else to keep up to date with when everything's coming out and stuff. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!